Hi everyone, hope you guys are doing fine. I'm Jatin Verma, one of the verified educators on Unacademy. Guys, I have been taking the plus courses on Indian polity and governance, Indian economy and other important subjects of the UPSC Civil Services exam ever since the launch of this Unacademy Plus initiative. So guys, today in this video, we're going to talk about the importance of NCERT books for the UPSC Civil Services exam 2019. A lot has been done and said about the NCERTs already. So here is a small initiative by me over here as to why do we need to read the NCERTs. Are they important? Especially when we are reading the other reference books. Especially when we are reading the coaching reference material. Especially when we are well acquainted with our the concepts and fundamentals. Yes, the answer is a bold yes when it comes to NCERTs. So these are the books by one of the reasons is that this is the authentic source from which the government exams or UPSC, definitely this is going to pick up some questions from, because this is an equalizer. This is something which is available to everyone in every nook and corner of our country, be it the rural areas, be it the urban areas. So be it the person who are haves and who are have-nots. NCERTs are easily accessible to one and all. So that becomes the very first reason for us to read the NCERTs, to not ignore NCERTs except at our own peril. So the approach should be, we are going to talk about in this 1 or 1.5 hours long session about how to read NCERTs, how to make notes out of NCERTs, and how many times should we read the NCERTs before making notes, and how to read between the lines, what to read between the lines, notes, how your notes should be, and how to then finally revise NCERTs. So this is what all we are going to talk about. Agenda of the class, what NCERTs are to be read, because there are, there is a plethora of NCERTs, old and new, and then 6th to 12th, and then some people say 9th to 12th. So it all depends upon what reference books are you referring. If you are referring to reference books, so that means basically your task is cut already when you are reading, when you are talking about the NCERTs. But if we talk the reverse logic of it, why to read the reference books when you have read NCERTs? While we cannot altogether do away with NCERTs and their reading, we can surely strike a happy balance between the two, the NCERTs and the reference books. Considering the highly competitive nature of the exam, we cannot do away without reference books. But then the next logical question is, how much of what? How much of NCERTs? How much of reference books? So what chapters to read from and selected NCERTs? While it sounds a bit odd that somebody else is deciding, but then yes, when somebody else has already gone through that pain of reading the whole of the NCERTs, he or she can tell you probably what is to be read and what is to be ignored. Old versus new dilemma. So this is dilemma. Old NCERTs are good. Some people say that new NCERTs are good. So we will take a look at that also, and we are also going to talk about as to how to get access to those NCERTs, the old ones as well as the new ones, where they are available, how to access them. So these all things will be provided through this 1 or 1.5 hours long session. How to read these NCERTs, equally important question. Rather, most of the, one of the most important questions in this entire session is going to be this one: how to read. Because ordinarily, what reference books say, the thing which reference books explain in 100 words, NCERTs explain that in 10 words. So there is this is where the problem comes to the beginners. So कैसे उसको समझें? Monsoon system, monsoon pattern इसमें बहुत अच्छे से covered है. Monsoon is very well covered in this NCERTs. But then problem is, that is a summary of it. How to read between the lines, so that is going to be a skill we are going to have a look at. And especially the geography is going to be focused over here, as many of you have been requesting me to come up with a course on geography also, the full-fledged course on geography also. So we are going to take a look at geography, and it goes without saying that polity and economy being my domains, okay, the number of batches, the Unacademy Plus courses that I have taken on Unacademy Plus for polity and governance and Indian economy for UPSC Civil Services exam. Keeping that in mind, emphasis will be there on these two streams also, polity and economy, right? And how to make notes from NCERTs, relevance of NCERTs from main exam point of view, right? So this is where we are going to talk about, and how these NCERTs are important, especially GS mains paper 1, then GS mains paper 2, international relations, comparative politics is the name of the book. So that book is very important. Other books also we're going to talk about. Then previous years multiple choice questions from NCERTs, especially of the recent years. We are not going to go too much into past. The questions like these ones which have made appearance in 2017. So we're going to talk about them. So here, first of all, before talking about the questions also, we can see here that some of the concepts like list system or first past the post electoral system. So this is the linkage of NCERTs with current affairs. If you see Law Commission, that is the electoral reforms arena of GS mains paper 2, in its Law Commission in its 170th report talks about replacement of first past the post electoral system with the German system of elections, that is list system of elections. So herein comes the importance of these NCERTs, right? Some of the concepts which are mystified by, or which are, hype and hoopla is created, or something of, as if something new, Newton's story has been given, Newton's theory has been given by some coaching institute. So they mystify the concepts. Here in this 1.5 hours, I'm going to present things before you in a manner that this list system and everything is given in NCERTs also. Some of the topics are not given in NCERTs, but then wherever NCERTs have done a justice to the topic, we are going to take a look at those things also. So you can consider applying for this course. The fee of this course is nothing. All you have to pay is just 1 rupee, inclusive of GST of course. And then we are going to have a look at all these areas: polity, economy, geography, environment and ecology. So this is the question I was talking about. People were in dilemma until the this UPSC came up with the official answer key. So right to vote and to be elected in India is a fundamental right, natural right, constitutional right, or legal right. So these kind of things are coming directly from NCERTs, and it does not mean that we need not read the reference books, be it Lakshmikant or geography, Savinder Singh or other books. It does not mean that. Okay, in the process of oversimplifying things, we should not be underestimating things, right? We should not be underestimating the curriculum, the bare minimums that we have to do for this exam. We cannot say that all of macroeconomy or microeconomy or current affairs can be done away with. No. Okay, so just be careful about these things also. So we will not be oversimplifying. We'll be taking the median, Buddha's middle path here. Now coming to these things we're going to talk about. Prelims, again a question here out for you. Coming to these things, art and culture. Art and culture. Can we prepare art and culture through this NCERTs in a holistic manner, or do we need to go for reference books like many are there in the market? Those are compilations from NCERTs and iOS material. So again, NCERTs, if read thoroughly along with other sources like Tamil Nadu State Education Board books, which all books are to be read and which all chapters are to be read from those books, will be my job over here. Now these things we are going to talk about. You can consider joining the course. Just to show you a glimpse, these PPTs are there in front of you. So these things are given in Modern India Spectrum book also. But then again, why to take the pain of rote memorizing things through those books, even though they have done a great justice insofar as revision is concerned. But if things are given in a story like manner in NCERTs, we can take recourse to NCERTs. So I hope this introductory video was beneficial to you guys. So see you all. There are going to be around 1000 seats in this case, and admission is going to start from 12 noon Sunday to 1:30 p.m. 1000 plus seats are going to be there, and the class would start at 9:30 p.m. the same day, Sunday, 16th of September 2018. So see you all there. Thank you guys. Bye bye.